Can you guys hear me and see me? Let me know. Welcome in everybody. Make sure you hit the like button as you come in. If you want to share me out, share me out. Hey Nina Hill, welcome Delilah. Thank you guys for coming in. I don't know what's going on. All I see is myself frozen on the screen, so I don't know if you guys hear me or not. But welcome in everybody to all the ones that is in here. Welcome. Um, am I breaking up? Let me know because my phone is not charged. It's just shit. I swear to God, it's shit. I don't know. Every time, like I'm gonna have to just really go live at 7 o'clock because it seems like when I go live around 7, something with my internet. I don't know. But I want to welcome you all here. Okay, you guys can hear me good. I do have a special announcement, guys. I do have a special announcement. So I'm gonna wait until everybody enter in, and then I'm gonna do a special announcement for you guys. And I have an update, guys, on Michelle Loud. I know a lot of people um, follow the Michelle Loud story with Corey Jakes. So I do have an update on that. I am so happy for Michelle. Um, you know, this has been a long, it still is going to be a long battle for her. But to know that she got to see her son, Cora did allow, I guess, she did find it in her heart to allow Jason to FaceTime Michelle. So Michelle was able to do that. Um, I wish, I hope and I pray that everything works out in Michelle's favor. I think Cora is doing this because she knows what she has done. Because she know that what she did to Michelle wasn't right. And it's gonna fall back on her that she did some dirty stuff to get Jason. So, you know, it's only right for Michelle to fight for her son. And just because Cora has money, that does not mean that Michelle cannot provide for her son. Money doesn't have anything to do what's right and what is wrong. And the right thing to do is, if you know you didn't appropriately get custody of this child, you did some underhanded stuff to adopt this child, and it's about to be exposed, you better be trying to get it together and let this lady get her son or something. Because what she did to Michelle is not right. What she did to her husband, like Brandon, think they said Brandon had a bail that he could not post, and it says now Brandon bail is like $5,000. So, child, it's not all what they say it is. Like, yes, money and clout can do a lot of different things. It can buy you into places. It can get a lot of things done for you, but you have to have morals. And because you never, like I said, karma is real. And when you're doing people dirty, when you're to get your way, and then they finally get to the point where they're tired. But when God has opened the door for them to speak their truth, see, God opened this happened to Brandon while she was trying to be dirty to Brandon. It seems like God opened that door for Michelle to come in and speak her truth and tell her story. And yes, I sympathize with Michelle. I follow Michelle, and I wish her so much happiness and joy, and her getting the bond back that she had with her son. No matter how you try to, Cora try to take that from Michelle, Michelle will always be Jason's mother. And that can never be. I don't care, you know, yes, she helped raise him for his 8, 9 years, but the way that she went about it was wrong. And if we can't hold my friend, let me say this: we have to being a friend is holding your friend accountable when they are wrong. If you are wrong, you are wrong. And Korah was wrong. One thing about God, God is a just God. He dwells on the he he blesses the just as well as the unjust. But one thing we have to learn is karma is real, and you have to be careful what you do to people. And that just, you know, that's just real. And then when just because you want what you want, so you're going to move heaven and hell and walk over and buy out all these people to get what you want. But one thing about it, did you ask God for it? Or did you just in your own spirit and just want what you want? You know, that you know, God ain't about mess. There's one thing I do know, God ain't about no mess. So um I am so glad that Michelle was able to FaceTime her son. You know, she was telling us that, um, that Cora was saying that she wanted him to, he has this number for him and his siblings and stuff like that. But I just feel like if she didn't go about it the appropriate way, she should allow, she should have no issue with Michelle getting her son and having a relationship with her son. It's gonna be a tough battle for Michelle, but I'm praying victory for Michelle, and I stand with her, and I hope you guys stand with her. That is an update for Michelle Loud. Okay, y'all. I'm just waiting a few more minutes here before I move forward. Um, y'all, I do want to talk about Casey Anthony. Um, Casey Anthony, y'all. There is a documentary, and on the Casey Anthony is a documentary on Casey Anthony, and she is a part of this documentary. And from what I have been reading and researching, it seems to me that she kind of passing the buck uh, to her father. Is she said that her father sexual sa her. I ain't gonna put that out there like that. Said that her mother didn't know, and said she kind of basically accused his her father of basically murdering her daughter. Do you guys remember Casey Anthony? If y'all don't, I do want to refresh your mind on her. Just give me a moment. Um, but she was acquitted for her, or found not guilty for the death of her daughter. Um, and that there is a documentary. There is a documentary of this. Let me let me let's see. So I want you guys to listen to this.
Is speaking out more than a decade after she was found not guilty in the murder of her daughter, Kaylee. The case took the nation by storm when the 2-year-old went missing back in 2008. Her remains were found later that year in a new docuseries on Peacock that came out just this morning. The woman, who came to be known as Top Mom, says she still doesn't know what happened to her daughter and that she is innocent. I'm responsible for answering everyone in the world's questions about her, about what happened. I still don't know what happened to Kaylee. I know what I'm afraid of. I know what eats at me at night. I know what eats at me day after day. Because I know what I lived through.
Listen to it, y'all.
The only person in this world that matters to me still is my daughter.
Hold on, y'all. I want you guys to listen to this. I think she's trying to blame her father for her child's death.
But I'm still defending the fact that I didn't hurt her. I live it every single day. And no one can ever tell me I should just get over the fact that my daughter isn't here and I've been blamed for her being gone. More on the new Casey Anthony documentary coming up.
Real Life Nightmare with Paul Holes, Sundays at 9. Only on HLN.
Hold on, y'all.
He also repeated claims that she suffered years of abuse by her father and her mother never knew. When I was 8 years old, my father started to come into my room at night. I was physically hurt. Is your relation scared because I was physically hurt and I can't tell Mommy what happened? She'll get mad at me. That's what I was told. George Anthony has denied all allegations of abuse. I want to bring in Casey Jordan. She's a criminologist, behavior analyst, and attorney. It's so great to have you here on this topic. I mean, why is she speaking out now, do you suppose?
I would love to know that because, Elizabeth, I covered this trial for 16 hours a day back in 2011. And I saw every bit of it. And everybody wanted her to take the stand and tell her side of the story 11, 12 years ago. And it never happened. So why do it now? I think the conclusion I've come to, and most viewers will come to, is it's all about the money. I mean, there is nothing to keep her. Some laws only apply to people who've been convicted of murder, convicted of heinous crimes. But since she was found not guilty, there is nothing to stop her from making money from this documentary. And if you're truly cynical, you might think it's taken this long for her to get her acting skills up to par. Because when I even watch that clip right now, I see some Academy Award-winning acting in terms of her denial and her refusal to answer the specific questions. And again, accusing her father of sexual abuse is kind of an easy way out.
Right. Let's elaborate a little bit on that. There is a piece of sound that I want to get your reaction to where she maintains her innocence. Here she is, and I'm curious as to your reaction. The only person in this world that matters to me still is my daughter. But I'm still defending the fact that I didn't hurt her. I live it every single day. And no one can ever tell me I should just get over the fact that my daughter isn't here and I've been blamed for her being gone. Casey, your take on that?
Hey, Trisha.
Okay, we want to look at her words right after her daughter disappeared, and they don't match what you're hearing right now. She was partying, she was out all night, she was, fighting with her mother, blaming Zanny the nanny, making up stuff.
Okay, so what we're listening to, Casey Anthony has a documentary on Peacock. I'm thinking about looking at it so we can all discuss it. But Casey has a documentary on Peacock.
I mean, the truth in Casey Anthony are strangers. So I think it's just more of the same. 12 years later, she wants a platform. I personally am not going to watch the documentary because I don't want to give it to her. But I don't believe she really misses her daughter, and I do believe that she knows what happened to her.
You know, when we talk about the fact, and I remember it obviously very well too. I was in local news, and it was really all we could talk about on a national level when we wouldn't weave in national coverage. You know, this may be a redemption tour for her, but do you think with people who may not live through it, is she going to win them over?
There could be some, but I don't think anyone who watched the trial like you and I did is going to be convinced. Listen, I'm all about redemption. I'm all about rehabilitation. She was found not guilty. There is nothing we can do to hold her responsible if we believe she is responsible. So we can hope that she, in her heart, the redemption is between Casey Anthony and her own conscience. And we can all hope and pray for that.
All right, y'all. So if you want to watch the Casey Anthony documentary, please watch it.
But
this, you know, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be absolutely honest. Okay. Um so but I haven't watched it yet, but I actually do believe, I don't know, she gave off the vibe. I'm gonna watch the documentary, y'all, and just give you guys my opinion on it once I'm able to watch it. Um so we'll see about that with the Casey Anthony story. It's just beyond, from what I'm saying, a lot of people saying that she's putting on. A lot of people don't believe that I think people believe, I believe, like, she came out the woodworks with her father ex abused her. So that's crazy. Um, and y'all, there is a story that is out of a man that is a sad story. He I don't know, his name is Kevin, and I'm gonna try my best to pull his picture up, y'all. Everything on my screen is just messed up, so I'm gonna do what I can I'm gonna reset my computer as well, guys. Like, maybe I got too much on my computer and it's causing me to everything to freeze up. I have reset this computer several times and it's still doing the same thing. Um, but it is, I want to pull this man picture up. He is um it says here a court denied a stay for the death. This man was executed on today. And his 19-year-old daughter wanted to come to his execution, or wanted him to be granted clemency or a stay so he wouldn't die. Um, it's unfortunate that this man, his name is Kevin Johnson, and I'm gonna pull his picture up. Kevin Johnson today was executed, and he lost and passed from this earth at 7:05 a.m. He was a man that was 19 years old, and he killed a police officer at the time. And he was sentenced to life. Well, he was sentenced to death for the killing of a police officer. I'm gonna get his picture up whenever this crap come on screen. Um, and then we're gonna just go through the motions because a lot of people feel like someone at 19 can be redeemed. Like he did it back in two. It's been 20 years later, and people believe that he has been redeemed. He redeemed himself, and that he didn't deserve to die, especially due to the fact that um he committed murder. But a lot of people saying why he had to be put to death for a murder of a police officer when you know the the death penalty doesn't fit the crime. I mean, the death penalty, the sentence doesn't fit the crime. And they're saying that this is like the what he was charged for, or the death penalty was racially motivated. But a lot of people honestly do believe that you know that this man didn't deserve to die because of one mistake. He made one mistake and sat on death row for 20 years and has passed this earth by lethal injection. Let me say this, y'all. Let me say this, and I said, we are all one bad decision for changing our life. Make sure that we are aligning ourselves and doing the right things. Um, it's sad that someone has lost their life to making a bad decision at 19 years old. Yeah, there he is right there. He was 19 years old when he committed this act. So this man is not even 50. Oh yeah, he is. No, he's like in his 40s. And today he was executed by lethal injection. His daughter, he has a grandson and a daughter. His daughter was 2 years old at the time that he committed this act. From what I was reading and understanding, he was hurt because he committed murder back in 2005. So it's 2010, 15, 20. So 15 years later, child, it's still people sitting. They executed him pretty fast because let me just say this: people are sitting on death row about 30, 40 years, but they halfway dead before they be put to death. That like this man was some type of. He made it one mistake. One. He took somebody's life, a police officer's life. They gave him death, and they executed him pretty fast. Because I know it's some people that's sitting on death row for 30, 40 years, and they ain't never seen. And then some of them die and don't be put to death. So that's crazy. But if he did it, and he was, from what I'm understanding, he was remorseful for what he did. But they were saying that the police officer came on an arrest warrant, and his brother was having a seizure, and his mom was, I guess, trying to come into the house to get him life-saving measures to save the brother's life. And it says here the police officer wouldn't let the mother in, and the brother lost his life. And the police officer came back after a fireworks incident a couple hours later, and it said Kevin saw this police officer and basically killed him. And it was basically saying that hurt people. He basically blamed the officer for his brother's death because he didn't allow his mom to come into the house and perform life-saving measures that could help him save his life. So it says here that he murdered a Kirkwood, Missouri police officer back in 2005, but claimed racial bias in his prosecution, and he was executed tonight. And it says here by lethal injection. It says here he was pronounced dead at 7:40 p.m. He didn't give a final statement, according to the Department of Corrections. It says here the Missouri Supreme Court did deny his request for a stay of his execution after hearing arguments that racial discrimination played a role in his prosecution for the murder of a police officer. With Kevin Johnson said to be executed, he did appeal to the United States Supreme Court, and they denied it. It says here that his daughter, who's 19 years old, um, did fail to get a federal court to prevent the state from executing Johnson unless she was permitted to attend as a witness. It says here in Missouri, the law bars people under the age of 21 from being a witness to a proceeding. Um, so so they got him on a first degree murder charge and the death sentence for murder for the murder of Kirkwood Sergeant William McEntry. Um McKentry. I just, some people have killed multiple people, multiple people. And for this man it's crazy, y'all. We are one bad decision away from. No, she did not sue the police at all. Like, she just posted on Facebook that he is gone. He didn't eat a last meal, and he had no comment. And I guess he said, ain't no use to me dying on a full stomach. I have no comment. And whatever I guess he had to say, he took it up with God. Be careful what y'all do. Be careful who you surround yourself with. It's just sad that someone ended up losing their life for one bad decision. Yes, he did take someone's life, but I know people can be rehabilitated and come out here in this world and become something. But for this man to lose his life, and he went to jail at 19 years old and did not get out, and he left this world by lethal injection. So that was a very intriguing story. Um, it's just very sad and it's very unfortunate. Um, that people go through things like that. And I got one more thing, guys. Yesterday, and then I'm gonna get off here. I have a paper to write, and so I got to do this quickly and wrap this up, get my kids in bed, and do a paper that's for school. Um, yesterday I talked about the shooting in Virginia that caused 6 people to lose their life. Well, one of the former workers that was working in Walmart that was traumatized by this situation is suing Walmart. They are suing Walmart. Let me look here and let you guys know. They are suing Walmart because they stated that it was brought to the attention of, it says here the Virginia Walmart employee that escaped from being killed is suing Walmart for the amount. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna give y'all the amount in just a minute. For $50 million. Says here that she said that she wrote and complained about the gunman's bizarre behavior. So he was acting weird and she was bringing it to their attention and they did nothing about it. Some of these supply chain people, they only worried about getting the money from the people. They don't, um that's the sad part about this, because if it was brought to their attention, they should have been investigating him. It says here Danya Prelo was in the break room. This is the woman that I talked about yesterday at the Walmart Supercenter when the gunman stormed in and started shooting up the place. She is the one that is suing Walmart for $50 million. And it says here that she did write a formal complaint about his bizarre behavior 2 months ago and nothing was done about it. It says here that she was in the break room and when the gunman stormed in and started firing, says here she ran from the room as bullet whizzed by her head, barely missing her. And says here that there were 6 people that was killed and several others that was injured. It says here that the suspect Andre Bing, this is the suspect, he was just 31 years old and he did this. So if like these upper management people do need to take a heed to investigate a complaint, because that could have saved this from happening. This could have stopped this from happening. So, um, that's all the little updates I have, y'all. I know this is a little bit dry tonight. I'm sorry, my computer is just it ain't it, and I'm gonna have to reset it and try to come back. Um, but if you're listening to the replay, if you're listening now, I do want to thank you guys for watching. Um, I know Christmas is the time for giving and showing, it is it Christmas is giving. And me, it wouldn't be me if I didn't give back to my platform. Even though I may not have nothing but 2 to 3 or 4 or 5 people in this chat, I appreciate the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people, whoever that watches and supports, that's in the bushes. I do appreciate you guys. With me saying that, um, I am, Jesus is the reason for the season. And what I'm saying is I'm going to give back to my platform. Um and I am going to give I know that I am going to be doing 2 giveaways. I don't know what I'm going to give away, but it probably be just a Cash App giveaway to my supporters, maybe Christmas night. I want to, my Facebook platform has been monetized. I have over 12, 1,300 people on there. And then now I have a good amount on YouTube as well. So I want to show my appreciation to you guys by doing a giveaway. So I am going to do a giveaway. I think Christmas Eve, just give a little $50, $50 Cash App giveaways. And for my members, please, 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 um email me your address. I am going to send you guys something. May not be much, but I am going to send you something just for being a member. So this is no, oh, you got to bring people. No. I'm one thing about me. I ain't clout chasing like that. I want true support. And I don't care how many people in my chat. As long as I got real people that's riding for me, I got real people that is supporting me. I don't care how, if it's one or two, if zero up in the chat, the show will go on. And I do have people that watch me. So this is my way of giving back to you guys. I have lost subscribers and I'm cool with that because I wasn't for them and they wasn't for me. I, you know, I'd rather build my platform on realness and build my platform for people that actually support me and like the content and like, that I keep it real. I know sometimes the lives are up and down, but um I do want to give back to my supporters. I want to give back to my members. So if you are a member, please inbox me um, or email me at mjjfamily2020@gmail.com. And I'm talking about the members that have been riding for this whole year. If I think I'm just gonna do it that way, and I ain't got that many members, no way. And to the supporters that are here, um, that listening all the way to the end of this live, you know what's up. So thank you guys so much. And I'll do the giveaway. I'll say December. I'll say December. I'll do it December the 24th. And I'll see you guys. I'll try to go live before when I'm cooking or something and do the Cash App giveaway. I do thank you guys so much for watching, and y'all have a good night. And thank you, Trisha, when I get this thing. Okay. Thank you, Trish. I hate this damn. Oh.